Watching a loved one progress in dementia is painful. With a lack of treatment options, and knowledge about the advancement of modern medicine, and a better understanding of our body's internal workings, you may wonder how these conditions were treated in the past. That brings up the question, how old are dementia and Alzheimer's? French physician Philippe Pinel accepted the first medical diagnosis of dementia in 1797, and Alzheimer's disease was first described in 1906 by German physician Alois Alzheimer. However, the symptoms of these conditions can be traced back to ancient Rome, with writings from Pliny the Elder and Galen. Interestingly, just 4 centuries earlier, Hippocrates of ancient Greece did not document the cognitive decline in the elderly. A study from the University of Southern California reviewed ancient Greek and Roman medical literature on elderly health, and found that in ancient Greece, mentions of cognitive decline are incredibly rare. Author of the study Caleb Finch stated, "The ancient Greeks had very, very few, but we found them, mentions of something that would be like mild cognitive impairment. These impairments were not on the same level of severity as Alzheimer's disease or dementia." When searching medical literature from ancient Rome, the researchers found at least 4 statements that were more indicative of advanced stages of dementia. The study proposes that the density of Roman cities, pollution, and a sedentary lifestyle caused the increased severity in cases of cognitive decline. They specifically attribute the common use of lead in cooking vessels and water pipes as a major source, with the knowledge in retrospect of the metal's neurotoxic effects. These findings suggest that Alzheimer's and similar conditions are partially due to environmental factors and lifestyle decisions. This isn't to say that the Greeks weren't exposed to lead. In fact, Hippocrates accurately described symptoms of lead poisoning in mine workers. However, with the information that Romans were specifically using these vessels to prepare food they were ingesting, as well as increased pollution, the effects were more common and severe. What's unfortunate is that these same factors were commonplace in the USA up until the 1970s, with dishware's levels of lead only beginning to be regulated by the FDA in 1971. Rome also featured lead water pipes, and according to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, an estimated 9.2 million lead service lines serve water to properties and communities across the United States. A clear link has been made to cognitive decline from lead exposure, especially lead exposure during early childhood. Lead compromises the ability for the brain to form structurally and functionally. Though we no longer cook our food in dishware that contains lead, it is not uncommon for produce to test positive for lead. Lead is naturally occurring in soil at safe levels. However, pollution can raise this to unsafe levels. Though steps have been taken to reduce lead exposure and lead pollution, such as phasing out leaded fuels, banning lead paint, lead can persist in soil for hundreds of years. So, what can be done? It is important to be mindful of potential sources of lead and avoiding them. Make sure to thoroughly clean root vegetables to not accidentally ingest contaminated dirt. If you garden, fruiting plants are less likely to have lead concentrations. The most common exposure of lead is through lead dust from old peeling lead paint, or lead dust from dirt tracked into the house. Lead paint must be removed, not painted over. Major home renovations on houses built before 1978 are also a cause of exposure. In cases of lead or other metal poisoning, EDTA chelation therapy is used to speed up the process of removing metals in the body. For more information on EDTA chelation therapy and ways you may be exposed to lead, check out our video, "The Toxin Worse on Your Heart Than Smoking or Cholesterol." Thank you for watching. Check out the original article by Virginia Timms Lawson, link in the description. If you liked this video, click the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this one, click subscribe.